Welcome back to the channel, guys. Shane has insisted that I give you a proper introduction. Welcome back. And we are in the process of moving. This is one stage of our process, so follow along and see how we're doing. We are finally packing up our house. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for joining us again on our continued saga of house moving. So we are packing in earnest at the moment, and packing for international travel is not quite the same as packing to move to the same part of the city. We have hoops to jump through, legal hoops, and I thought it'd be interesting to show you how we're doing this and how we're overcoming any kind of customs, import-export kind of excise duty issues with moving our own personal belongings from our home to our home. So we are working with a removals company. They are European based. They are very experienced at what they're doing. So that's part of the reason we chose them, is because they aren't used to UK to UK shipping. They're used to kind of Germany to the bottom of Spain, that kind of thing. They've given us a number of documents which has helped inform how we're doing the process in order to achieve minimum downtime, zero questions, and a smooth transition for when all of our stuff gets shifted. So they provided us with a shipping invoice. We effectively have to create a shipping invoice. That is a list of all of our items, not by item, but by box. And we were told to be relatively vague, not completely vague, but relatively so. Box of tools doesn't need to have box of this item, this item, this item, but it is a box of tools. We have been asked to keep the weight down, and that's because we are moving with a 7.5 ton lorry. So there is a weight limit of how much that lorry can carry. And that also has customs implications. It's not just that you're suddenly overburdening the delivery company. There are legal implications if you go over the declared weight. So we are filling out this line by line. There is a customs code for personal household items that sit outside the realms of customs and excise duty. So if we were importing goods for sale, obviously we'd be expecting to pay an import duty, but because these are our personal items, as long as we use this code, we're declaring that they are for us. We are then writing down the quantity, so it could be that you're removing 4 sofas and they are all the same sofa, so you would put sofa times 4 and a cumulative weight. Now, they are only asking for a gross weight and a net weight, but in order to make sure that we have no idea. I mean, how do you know how heavy all of your kit and equipment is? How do you know that? We are weighing it as we go. That's the most logical, thorough way for me to make sure that we stay within the weight tolerance and that we know exactly what we're transporting, what we're deciding to move, and what's in what boxes. To that effect, we then are writing on the box. On the top of the box, I'm writing what's in it. That's for my own reference, has no bearing on customs and excise. The bit that has the bearing on customs and excise is the form that has to go on the front of it. And it's a customs declaration form. The one that they've provided to us, the shippers, is French, but I don't think it really matters as long as it's European. We have to declare who we are, where we're coming from, that the items are shipped for personal use. They're going to, it says their residence principal, so they're going to your home, and then you have to sign it. It is a declaration and it has to go on every item, so every box, everything you package. To make our lives a little easier, I've gone on to Amazon and I've ordered A4 labels, but one A4 label at a time seems a little bit wasteful to me. What I've done is I've ordered ones where there are 2 labels per sheet, and what we'll do is we'll put a link in the description so that you can see what we've ordered. 25 sheets, so 50 labels is about £4 or £5. So it's not the end of the world. And then what I've been able to do is double print the labels. So we'll have 2. This is the one that we've used and we'll show you how we've applied it. As a point of note, these I've put on the front of the box, not the top, because if you think about it, if you're stacking boxes, how on earth, if there is any kind of customs questions, are they quickly and easily able to see that you have done it correctly, that you've applied a personal declaration to it, if they're not on the front. So my theory was putting them on the top is not helpful. So we then are weighing each individual item. I've set up the Excel spreadsheet like I do, so that our version has a individual weight line and a cumulative weight line to make sure that we're not going over. They've then asked us to apply a price to each item. This is an invoice. We've been asked to be modest because these are second-hand goods, so that you would price them accordingly. So we are being modest to that effect, and it's allowing us to make sure that for customs reasons, we are inside a tolerance of price and a tolerance of weight. You'll see that what we do is we've got some scales. We've had them for a long time actually, so that's been quite useful. We're weighing each individual box, writing on it what it is, applying a customs label, and then it gets stored currently in our dining room. And that's the process. We hopefully will be able to pack up everything we've got, keep it under the weight limit, and then we're good to go. If you have any questions about this, or you've got any advice on the way that we're doing it, then please leave a comment below, because this is the first time we've ever done this and we're not experts. So we are trying to make sure that we're thorough and organised and thoughtful, but there's always room for improvement. Get in touch, let us know if we could do anything differently or better. And like I say, the labels, I'll leave a link to them, the Amazon sale for these items, so that if you're going through anything similar, perhaps you can follow the process. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.